In the next 12 minutes, you'll discover the one survival strategy that changed everything. A strategy so powerful that it turned prey into predators and eventually allowed humans to dominate an entire planet. Stay with me, because this is where humanity truly begins. 6 million years ago, Africa was transforming into a death trap for our ancestors. The climate was changing fast. Dense forests that had sheltered primates for millions of years were fragmenting into scattered patches. The East African rift was literally tearing the continent apart, creating mountains that blocked rain from the west. Jungle was becoming grassland, and grassland meant one thing: you could be seen. This wasn't just a habitat change, it was an evolutionary crisis. Our early human ancestors, species like Orrorin tugenensis, were caught between two worlds. Climb the trees and starve when fruit runs out. Walk the ground and risk everything. But here's where it gets interesting and terrifying. Let me show you exactly what they were up against. Meet Orrorin tugenensis, your ancient grandmother, give or take a few million years. She stands about 4 feet tall, weighs more than 70 pounds. Her brain, about the size of this orange. Her weapons, these tiny hands and whatever rocks she can throw. Now look at what's hunting her. Dinophiles, the false saber-toothed. 400 pounds of pure muscle that specialized in killing primates. We know because scientists found hominin skulls with puncture marks that match its fangs perfectly. Leopards, ambush predators that still hunt primates today, dragging them into trees to eat. Hyena packs, 20 individuals working together, crushing bones with jaws powerful enough to bite through fields. And here's the brutal truth. Fossil evidence shows us that early hominins were on the menu constantly. Cave sites from this period are literally filled with our ancestors' bones, scattered among the remains of their last meals. So how did they survive even one day? The answer is about to surprise you, and it's the key to understanding why you're watching this right now. This is what saved humanity. Not bigger bodies, not sharper claws, but each other. Early humans discovered something revolutionary: the power of the group. They began living in tight-knit communities of about a dozen individuals, and they stayed together not just for hours or days, but across entire seasons. This was unprecedented among primates. Most primates, highly competitive, solitary or loosely connected. But these early hominins, they were forming something new: kinship bonds. How do we know? The fossils tell the story. Multiple individuals of different ages buried together. They died as a family. Tooth wear patterns showing they ate the same foods, lived in the same territory. And most telling, the young survived. In the primate world, infants are vulnerable. Most don't make it. But human children, they had backup, lots of it. But protection was just the beginning. Wait until you see what they started doing with food. This behavior would eventually lead to cities, civilization, and everything we call human. It's the dry season. Nothing. libraries of survival information. They remembered, they guided, they taught. And this sharing created something unexpected, something that would make humans unstoppable. But first, they had to face their greatest test. Drought. When the rains failed, everything changed. Fruit vanished, grass seeds scattered, waterholes became mud puddles. This is when most species died off. But early humans? Scarcity made them smarter. They learned to exploit resources others ignored. Underground storage organs, roots and tubers hidden beneath soil. But finding them required intelligence. Which plants had edible roots? How deep to dig? What season were they most nutritious? And here's the key. They didn't just learn, they taught each other. One discovery became group knowledge. Group knowledge became survival advantage. Intelligence became as valuable as strength. Memory became as important as muscle. The groups that cooperated, that shared information, that trusted each other, those groups survived. But cooperation required something that would change our species forever. Something that started with a scream. Watch this moment carefully. There, a flicker of movement. Golden fur in golden grass. The elder sees it first. What happens next is the foundation of everything. Language, culture, science, art, every conversation you've ever had. That sound means something. Not just danger, but danger, ground level, 50 meters, cat. Information. Encoded in sound. Point toward trees. Climb. Now. Flat hand press down. Stay low, stay quiet. Rapid hand movements. Scatter and regroup. These weren't just emotional reactions. These were symbols. Sounds and movements that stood for things in the world. The foundation of words. The beginning of grammar. The first human stories. But here's what's heartbreaking. And what makes our survival so remarkable. Most of our ancestors didn't make it. 6 million years ago, humanity's survival was far from guaranteed. Look at this family tree. Sahelanthropus, Ardipithecus, Orrorin. Each branch represents a different species, a different experiment in being human. Most failed. Most went extinct. The fossil record is filled with our extinct cousins, species that tried different strategies and found them wanting. But one strategy worked. One choice made all the difference. While other species relied on fangs, claws, speed, or size, our ancestors invested in something invisible. Relationships, kinship, trust, cooperation, communication. These weren't just nice-to-haves. These were the survival tools that would eventually take us from the African grasslands to every corner of the planet. From these small groups of vulnerable primates came everything. Cities, civilization, art, science, technology, space travel. All because 6 million years ago, our ancestors made a choice. Perhaps without knowing they were choosing. They stayed together, they shared, they protected one another. That choice made us human. If you want to know what happens next, how these groups evolved into the first tool makers and spread across Africa, that's our next episode. Link is in the description. And if you're fascinated by human evolution, hit subscribe. We're covering 6 million years of human history. It only gets more incredible from here. Drop a comment. What surprised you most about our early ancestors? I read every single one. See you in the next episode.